Hey everyone. Back when I did the first interview with my daughter, and I say first because there will be more, we mentioned at the end of it that I had some ideas that she and I both want to collaborate on a portion of that. But it's all about after getting out of NTCC. So the after NTCC life. And so this thing that I'm about to tell you about has to do with men and women, though I believe probably more women will be drawn to the format and all. But I want to say at the onset that onset, men are of course also welcome. I just almost don't see it happening, but whatevs. Maybe over time, it's okay. So what I've done is I've set up a Discord server. I have to get the words right. I'm familiar with Discord. I use it for some other things, but I never acquainted myself with the hierarchy of, there's a server, then comes a category, then comes a channel, and blah blah blah. So my granddaughter helped me. I'm not old at all, and she's not young at all. Yeah, the almost 13-year-old is helping the 61-year-old. It's a brave new world. I actually started started some college classes back in I think 2015 or 2016, and then my daughter had to be. She went into the military, into the army, and then not long after that she was deployed over in Kuwait during the what was that fun time called? Oh yeah, the pandemic and lockdowns. So she was over there for an extended period of time in hellish conditions. I mean, just awful. And anyway, what was the point of me telling you that? Oh yeah, I was back here on the home front with my granddaughter, who of course was much younger at the time, and so kind of stopped everything where the schooling was concerned because it was taking up a lot of time. Before she left, I started to attend the local community college, and I had been wanting to pursue something in the computer field, IT or something. I think I was leaning more towards security, and actually the thing that really stoked me at the time, kind of still does, is computer forensics. I find it fascinating. But anyway, that's not where I'm at. So between my love for tech things and my experience in the military, in the Air Force, was my work was all with computers. This is just a natural offshoot, and coupled with a granddaughter who enjoys it, we seem to be a nice little team here. And what this is going to be is a place where really just kind of hang out. There's going to be different categories. So, what my vision is, let's say you come in there and you wander around and you'll find different categories. Maybe it's food and gathering. And so, for that, we love to talk about, and we live in an age where everybody's showing their videos online. And so we can sort of engage in the same sort of thing. I find that with food and recipes and the joy of serving it and gathering friends and loved ones around to partake, there's so many stories of our life that swirl around the table. Not all the time. I have to admit, I had a lot of stressful times growing up. The kitchen table was where everything went down. If you were in trouble, whew, that's where it was going to come to light. And it was hard to eat after that. So we want to make this a really good and positive experience. And even, there's some good times in NTCC that we had with fellowship of different ones, and sharing recipes and spending all day the day before having people over cooking and cleaning, and oh, that makes me tired just thinking about it. But you know what I mean. These are shared experiences that we can bring together in a positive way, and then talk about how we've maybe reconnected with loved ones and families that we jilted at the behest of this group because they weren't like us. And so we'll have categories like that, and I have a host of them, and we have to get started somewhere. And food is fun and yummy. So we'll share recipes, and my vision is to see us have maybe some live gatherings, like where you're on video and we all bring a meal and just have like a big, I don't know, family dinner type thing. A big dining room table, everybody with their food in front of them and just talking and having a good time. Something just really positive. So there'll be categories like that for fitness. I think that's what my daughter and I talked about. She and I both have certifications. Mine have expired, of course, because I'm not teaching right now. But you don't lose that knowledge. And though I despise being on video, did I say that already? What I have found is that people like that. So we're going to find a way to incorporate the things that I've taught when I was managing a gym and teaching, and the things that my daughter has learned through being a medic in the Army. Also has different certifications for physical therapy and things like that. So we would really, our focus would definitely be on fitness and form, like fitness safely, because I have seen things, and so has she, where people, they just launch into a program and they don't know how to keep their body safe and free from injury at different age and activity levels. So that's what people get. They start off the new year. I don't know why well, I do know why. I'm not one of those, hey, it's the new year, let's muster up some resolutions here and keep to them at least till February 15th or so. And so I'm not a fan of that, but we are, that's just the kind of society that we're in. When I was running the gym, that's when people signed up. It's right after the holidays. They're all roly-poly in, and they want to sign up for some classes, and they hit it hard, and no one in previous times has had told them to do things the proper way. And so we want to see people healthy, because that's one of the things about being in a cult, about being in NTCC specifically, is that people are not getting the rest they need. They're highly stressed, which raises cortisol. And I have to say here, and I will put the warnings and advisements on the Discord server, none of this is meant to be medical advice in place of a doctor. We are using whatever knowledge base of experience that we have, let's say knowledge base coupled with experience that we both have, and we cannot go beyond that, of course. But as with anything regarding fitness, you should always check with a doctor or a healthcare professional of some sort to say, am I good to go to engage in this sort of activity? Because even if you start something slow, which is what everyone should do, doesn't matter if you were some fitness phenom, back in the day. This isn't back in the day. And so your body is different, the needs are different. Like for someone like myself, though in my mind I can picture myself doing things the way I always did when I was younger, I cannot do those things now. So I have to start at a slow pace no matter what I'm doing. I have to be really, really careful because my bones aren't as dense and things like that. So it's so crucial. It's so important. But what brings about that strength and ability, and you want to be flexible so that if you do fall. Recently, I ran into the bathroom because I waited too long to go, and I slipped and fell. I mean, I fell hard on my hip and my head and my shoulder. I fell hard. It was really a wake-up call. You can't be falling. So you have to be really careful. You have to watch what you wear. Maybe you have to change the kind of shoes you wear. I did that a while ago. I had to put aside my vanity and go with something that was more stable. When I was younger, after high school, I worked in New York City, and at the time, women in winter there were wearing mink coats and Reebok sneakers. I could not bring myself to do that. Well, I didn't have a mink coat, for one, and number two, I should have been wearing my sneakers, tennis shoes, trainers, whatever you want to call them now, but I wouldn't. So I'd be walking, doing that little tip tap thing you do, trying to steady yourself along the sidewalk with the, ice and snow in the winter. So stupid. I have to admit, I got pretty good at it, but what was the cost to my knees and my back, along with everything else that I did to them growing up and later on in life? So what I'm saying is, we want to cover things like that. We want to have some videos. Probably we won't be looking at those until close to January 1st, but we will at least begin introducing maybe some video shorts with Diana showing form and ways to stretch using a roller. Stretching is really, really important. Hello, ladies, old men, gotta stretch, gotta be flexible. It's so important. And did I mention flexibility? So I'm getting sidetracked, as I want to do. There'll be all kinds of things in there, different topics. Whether it's I was speaking with some different ladies who have some great abilities for crafts and showing do-it-yourself things. There's so many people that are just lost after getting out, and so to have a place where you can gather with other people where it's positive, it's about moving forward, it's about maybe getting involved in activities and meeting people with like minds, and no one can say what that is, but we hope that you'll derive some information from it. So in order to keep the atmosphere in there safe, meaning no one that would come in and try to disturb the dynamic by claiming to be someone they're not. So the way it's going to work, and I will be giving out the link, I will be offering the link starting Friday night, which is October 16th, 20th. Wow, already. And the way it will work is you'll go to the blog, fill out the contact form. You can make a fake email, meaning one that's not your regular one that wouldn't identify who you are. But once you get in the email with me, you to proceed and to be part of the Discord group, you would have to tell me at least who you are, and we'll just come up with a first name. I don't think you have to you'll have to be worried about that, especially to begin with. You know, for all I know, right away it'd be me and my daughter, which is fine. We'll build content, and when you get there, there'll be plenty. But it's about building the content together in this case. And so I want to put together a tutorial on how to use Discord and the many ways that we're going to try to use it. So I want to have examples and show you that it can be really fun and uplifting. And it'll be safe, because the only people that can get in, you have to have the link. Once you have the link, you have to answer certain questions. You have to, and then I have a password for you as well. So you can come in the group and say, you know, I'm Joe Schmo. Okay, but I'll know that you're somebody real. Maybe over time you'll say what your real first name is. You know, you can give yourself just a username, like, you know, Dairy Queen or something. I have no idea, whatever you want. But I will have to know who you are, so that I know that you're not just, I don't know who you are. I have to know who you are. At least just tell me a little bit about yourself. Even if I don't personally know you, you say I was, you know, I was in the group, or I have family in the group and I'd like, you know, whatever it is. This is about being open and welcoming, but I do have to be careful, and I do want to protect as much as I personally can the people that maybe won't feel comfortable sharing their identity right away, but they want to be part of something that's positive and that moves their transition out of the group forward, because it doesn't just happen in a month or a year or a couple of years. Depending on the length you were in and your involvement and how you were personally manipulated or emotionally taken on a roller coaster ride, then that is likely going to be a longer time. But I found that once I got out, not only did I do research and stuff, as I've mentioned 1,000 times, so that I knew what was I involved in, what was this thing, and how do I help myself along. Helping others helps you along. I can tell you that. I think anybody who has been involved and who has actively gone out to warn and expose the group has found is so therapeutic. Not only that, but doing activities, finding things in your local area with real live people who enjoy doing things you do, that may take time. You may not want to. And then the other thing is, a place like I'm hoping to create here is, non-judgmental, and just a place to do all different sorts of things, utilizing the online platforms that we have in a really positive way. And even if you just come for a while and leave, that's fine. There's no obligation at all. You don't have to sign over anything. You're not going to be shamed or ridiculed or anything like that. That won't happen. We'll have a moderator and make sure. But I really don't foresee anything like that happening, actually. Not at all. And so I will be posting more details as we get closer to the end of the week. But I just wanted to give you a little preview of what's going to happen. And, maybe you too can start digging out, I don't know, your reupholstering tools. I actually have a project going on now my daughter and I are going to do. I've never fixed a sofa, but I love the sofa I have. It's quality, but it's been through it. It's really been through it. So I'm going to attempt to reupholster and fix the whole bottom of it. And so acquired things and look at tutorials, and I think between the two of us we can do it. But who knows, maybe there'll be someone who will enter the group who knows how to do that and can share their expertise. And anyway, I'll let you go for now, And you guys have a great rest of your week. And tomorrow night, Tuesday night, I will be tentatively doing another interview with Moníca. And then as the week goes on, I'll be presenting to you some more videos from ones that I've recorded from different preachers. So, and they have their little conference thingy going on in Hawaii right now, and that's a whole thing I'd like to cover. It's quite interesting to me, and so we'll leave it at that. I'm droning on now. I can feel it happening. I can't stop it. Okay, bye.